Okay, so we're looking at this introduction. We've already done this. Um, the woman in the photograph looks out at me with a face full of exhaustion and bliss. In her hand, she cradles the purplish, bloody bundle of a just born child. It's a beautiful, celebratory image of human existence, as raw and pure and joyful as any seen through the orderly square of an Instagram post can be. I peer at it in the dark and hiss whisper, "How dare you?" All right, so what we're asking is, does this introduction work? And actually, what we want to do is kind of break down this introduction. We are actually getting a description here. It's a description of what our author is seeing, and she's describing to us this photograph. And then she tells us how she feels. So we have description of something, and then at the end we get insight into her. So this is kind of an interesting introduction, right? Because we assume that this picture she's describing is going to be something unique and beautiful. She even says it. It's a beautiful celebratory image of human existence, pure and joyful. But then she hiss whispers, "How dare you?" A hiss whisper is not nice. And the words like "how dare you," it's not even a question, it's a statement. So like when we're looking at this introduction, we just got a ton of insight into our writer. Um, so when we think about, does this introduction work, it absolutely works because there's this profound image, right, that she's choosing, and then there's this hiss whisper at the end that kind of lets us know that our author is not okay with this beautiful image. And then I want to know why. Of course, I'm going to keep reading. And that's the whole point of an introduction. An introduction is to get people to want to continue reading what you're writing. And then we look at this introduction. Is it possible to have a crush on a song? The way that I listen when I'm truly enthralled by a particular piece of music certainly feels like a crush. Picking up the tone arm, hitting the back button, refreshing the browser over and over. Listen with me, I want to say to everyone. This is what I wake up with in my head. This is what I hum all day. This is what I'm listening to, even when I'm supposed to be listening to you. Whoa. This is a good introduction, right? We started off with a question. Is it possible to have a crush on a song? Well, now you got me because I love music, but I've never thought about it in terms of like a crush or a relationship. So I'm intrigued. So it's doing something great there. The way that I listen when I'm enthralled, that repetitive, obsessive behavior he's describing, hitting the back button, refreshing the browser so you can hear it over and over again. And then the deeper description of this excessive behavior, listen with me, I want to say to everyone. Listen with me is what I want to say to everyone. Here we have insight into the author. It's obsessive personality, like he's obsessed with this song. What I wake up with in my head, this is what I hum all day. I'm listening to the song even when I'm supposed to be listening to you. This is more important to me than even what you are saying. We just got insight into this man. And I only know it's a man because I saw the name in the picture of the person who wrote it. But it's definitely intriguing to me that we have these words like crush. I have a crush that instantly, as a reader, brings up feelings of love and the desire to be with that person all the time is when you think about a crush. Um, the way that I listen when I'm enthralled, crushed and enthralled go together. There we have some great word choices working together. Um, repeating crush. And then if you look at like what you do when you have a crush is you want to be around that person. You want to listen to everything that person says. In today's world of technology, like we stalk that person on Instagram, or Twitter or TikTok or Snapchat or whatever. Like you go back and you watch their Snap story, or you look at everything in their Instagram just to feel like you're with them again. That's what he's doing with this song, and that's what he's describing to us. The picking up the tone arm, hitting the back button, refreshing the browser over and over. Listen with me, be with me, right? Is how we feel when we're in a crush. I want to be around you. I want to share my love of this crush with everyone. Um, when we should be listening to someone else and they're talking, when we're in a crush, we're not listening to them, we're daydreaming. We write like, I know when I was a girl, don't judge me. I used to write the last names. I'm Mrs. and then the last name of the person that I really liked. Those were things that we did, and that's what this guy is explaining. Um, in this introduction. I want to keep reading because I want to know what songs make you feel this way, right? So this is another great example of an introduction.